The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult contents, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live at the Barbershop with your hosts, Misha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop podcast.
Good day, Friday. What it do? We in the hump of the middle of the month. Damn, this shit going by real quick. I wanted it to slow down, but it's moving real fast for some reason. I don't know. I don't even want it to go to November.
What? Cowpeel season?
You heard what they said? I was gone till November. Remember that old song? I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Yeah, those were the good old days. Now, run for cover, y'all. Run for cover. It's madness out here. No pun intended. What up, madness? Okay. Oh man, tonight. Hey, tonight is really just a chop it up moment of recaps on a couple of things that went down since the last time we all spoke to each other, saw each other right here live at the barbershop. So, without further ado, let me just jump straight into it. I want to thank everybody out there. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with us. What up? My name is JohnJohn. I'm your host for the night. Sitting next to me is my man Q. What it do?
Yeah. Q in the building, man.
On the other side of the platform, I got my man AP. AP is in the building tonight with us. What up?
Greetings.
Peace, God. I could give you that Cuban links. What up, son?
Oh man, come on.
You know,
That's some New York talk.
yeah, I don't know. Listen, the other day, not to go off subject, but the other day I was out of state, right, and ran into some people, right, and they're like, "Yo, you ain't from here, right?" I said, yeah, how'd you figure that? They said, you got that accent like, are you from New York or something? I'm like,
Exactly.
yeah. It's like, okay, son, word up, son. I'm like, yo, what's all that for? They're like, yo. And they're like, I'm like, yo, who talks like that? They're like, nah, I thought all y'all talk like that. With yo, son, what up, son? I'm like, nah, I said that's that Wu-Tangian. Yeah, I'm not a Wu-Tangian, okay?
Oh man, that's a lot of y'all, man.
I had to check a friend of mine with another young dude because I don't know about this son thing.
Yeah.
I could be that dude's father, but he's from New York, living in Miami now, and he's like, "What's up, son? I'll take care of that for your son." So I had to check his friend and ask him, "What's up, dude?"
Yo, let me just keep it 1,000. I don't ever remember a time in my life in New York where I spoke to anyone and say, "Yo, what up?" No, let me lie. Let me stop lying.
Don't say that.
probably
Man.
did.
You a liar.
Yeah, I stop lying. Let me stop lying.
I heard you say that, man.
Let me stop lying. Yeah. But I will tell you something, right? Me and Raekwon one day was up in Manhattan, right? So Ray had gave me a number to get in contact with him, right? But it was a 212 number to an office, right? So I call the number. I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm trying to reach Raekwon. I'm like, oh, this is the office. No, leave a message. I'm like, oh, word. This is what he did. Okay, because we was at an MOP show, right? So we was all chilling afterwards. So it was like, yo, get in contact with me. So shout what's my man down here? He's RZA's family and whatnot. John the Baptist from back in the day. So shout out John the Baptist and them. So I'm standing with Raekwon, and yo, this dude gave me the whole Wu-Tangian sling slang. Yo, the man's like, I said, yo, dog, for real? You gave me a 212 number. I thought you know what I'm saying? I said, homie, ain't nobody stalking you. Nah, son, you know what I'm saying? Word up, son. You know what I'm saying? For real, God, yo, son. Yo, for real. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that, son. You know what I mean, son? I'm sitting there like, what?
You know why that?
Yo, I just kept staring at him. I'm like, yo, this dude really talk like this. I'm like, yo, for real. Word up. I'm like, okay, no doubt. I'm like, I don't even know how to answer him. You know which one I hate the most? And they get us confused with the whole New York thing. Yo, son, you know what I mean? Like, for real, for real, son, you know what I mean? Like, for real. Man. Now, you say to someone, you ask me in an interview. So, AP, think about this political climate. Yo, son.
Know what I mean?
For real, son, you know what I mean? Like, yo, for real, like, yo, son, yo, it's crazy out here right now, son, for real, you know what I mean? Like, God, yo, son. Word up.
Jace is on your back.
Hey, yo, he didn't even answer the question yet. This is typical Trump.
Oh, man.
Hey, the New Yorkers watching, man, they're going to cancel your visa.
Son, you know what I'm saying? Word up, son.
Word up, son. Word to God. Word to God.
Yo, hold up. The last thing we're going to need now is if I see Trump come out on a platform in New York at a rally and do that and have a few Wu-Tangians with him like, yo, son, for real, son. Yo, did you buy my sneakers, God?
they had Kid Rock up there rapping and screaming and all types of stuff.
For Trump?
Yeah.
Kid Rock?
Kid Rock, yeah.
What?
No, I know that from a long time.
Hulk Hogan, I can see. Kid Rock? I didn't realize that.
Kid Rock is a long time.
Yeah, Kid Rock is a long time.
Okay.
Everything, you know. He went out there, did a new song, remixed the King of the Rock and an LL Cool J song mixed, and he just put his lyrics in it. It's crazy. It was crazy. Amber Rose.
Oh yeah, I heard about her.
Like,
I mean, yo, all right, look.
Hey, those are the ones to convince us.
I didn't even know if you could take a couple of them too serious on things like the Amber Rose situation. I don't take anything serious with Shorty with that.
So
nope. You know what I'm saying? So nope. And no disrespect to her on any level, but you know, until a bunch of knowledgeable people can sit down at a round table and really chop it up the right way, I can't take you serious. You know what I'm saying? I really can't take nothing you say really too serious. You know what I'm saying? Miss Bailey, what up? So yo, AP, all right. So here's the deal. Tonight we got a couple of things that we gonna chop into. Of course, the political climate right now, and there's a few comments that were out there that I wanted to address. Then, of course, you know, I gotta go to my man. I gotta hit Harlem up. Shout out to Sugar Hill.
Word life.
Yeah, word up, son. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go up to the St. Nicholas block where I used to run. The old Sugar Hill, and then from there I would like to come down to a different climate in a scope where they call a new sling slang for relationship situations. Son, you know what I'm saying? Word up, son. So now, all right. So again, in the Harlem situation, we will touch tonight. What's up, Julius? We'll touch on the situation with the Cameron and Mace situation with Jay Prince. because being as we're OGs ourselves, I want to kind of touch on that situation and see if Jay Prince is kind of out of line, out of pocket for these little things that he's still throwing out there at his age. You know what I'm saying? And then
once a beast, always a beast.
And then that relationship situation is something that we want to touch into because that's a funny, it's funny as hell. But all right, so let's start off on this political climate that we're in right now. So I'm gonna play a video. I'm gonna play an audio. My bad, an audio, and I want us to really dissect it, and then come back with some intellectual comments on this situation. So
everybody
and everyone in there is. So my man So Chill, what up? What up? So you ready? You ready to roll that? All right, let me see what you're saying.
Trump win because I like Republicans in office because they know how to not try me on no taxes. Them Democrats be all trying to kiss the poor people ass and trying to feed them false hope. And I really think as black people, we need a Republican in office because one, it scares y'all, so I need you. It helps y'all be like, okay, let me go get some more money. When the Democrat office, it's a bunch of false promises every time. It's because they really got to them poor people. See, rich people, we getting money, so we know you gonna lie. If Trump said he gonna do something and didn't do it, we like, give a fuck. They get money. Poor people, they holding that grudge. You said free colleges. I hope Trump wins.
Right.
I like.
Were you able to hear it, AP?
Yeah, I heard that, man.
Okay. You were able to hear it, Q?
Yeah.
All right. All my family and them out there, were you able to hear it? I hope so. Chime in. So let's break it down. So basically, what homie is saying is that he would rather a Republican in place because with that now there will be some form of a money structure where the taxes, he won't get hurt as a person where he consider himself rich. Okay, where rich people tax-wise won't get penalized or anything like that, while Democrats kiss poor people's ass and don't really follow up on a lot of their promises. So now, in essence, if the Republicans don't follow up on their situation, it's not so much of a big deal because I still got my money, while poor people are holding grudges when the Democrats don't hold up their end of the bargain. Now, this is coming from a black man, okay, that considers himself rich because, of course, I watched the video. He's blinged out. He's with a couple of other heads that you've normally seen on social media that has all these platforms telling you how to invest in this and do that and all that other stuff, right? So, with that in mind now, Q, your thoughts?
I'm a little bit lost. I'm thinking about seeing black dude saying all these things.
Well, all right, look.
But
so the one thing I want to explain
it's everybody.
All right.
She answered
Ignorance.
She answered it, but it's everybody has their choice. But when they talk like this, it's just crazy how they talk. What we know, every individual can't be pleased by government. Maybe there's something that benefits you there and benefits you there.
Okay.
So I guess he's talking about his benefits.
All right. Well, one of the main all right, before I say my thing, AP, any thoughts?
Yeah, that kid sound like remember those slaves that had really good privileges,
right?
That were able to do things, able to live differently than the other slaves, right? And they were always talking to the ones that went with Harriet Tubman, saying, "Man, why y'all gonna go do that to be on your own when we have Massa over here making sure that we good and we got everything that we need?" Because I can guarantee you they're not in the pay scale that they're doing these tax cuts for. No. Truly. No. At all. And more. And this legislation and everything else. And when they find out that a lot of this stuff that this people behind this man are putting in legislation right now, like there's going to be full immunity for police officers. That means no matter what they say, what the video says, they can't be charged for one thing at all.
Right.
At all.
That's one of the scary parts of it too.
That's one of the scary parts.
One
right?
off, yeah.
So when you look at everything and you look at people that have certain things, because you got to think about it too, man. There's certain people that didn't have anything at all, and then they caught the lick or whatever it was, and they don't want to let that go to go back to having nothing. So they'll do and say whatever they got to do to keep going, because that's what it is now. Amarillo got paid a grip of money to get up there, man. You know, it's no different. It's no different.
Say it with me, AP. It's called the bully beef. Bully beef. Say it, AP. They don't want to go back to bully beef.
Bully beef. Bully beef.
Right there, yo. Bully beef. Okay.
The
Bully beef
beef.
effect. Okay. They would love to stay in the caviar lane. They do not want to go back to bully beef.
Yo, and but the thing is, they don't even like the caviar.
That's the thing.
They don't even like the caviar. They swallow it just so they don't have to taste it. All right.
No diddy.
Come on, we're not
Wow.
Watch out for.
I'm surprised.
King Combs.
I'm surprised we didn't get no sound effects for that, boy.
Yo, Combs just text me.
What?
That won't fuck me up.
King Combs just text me. Yo, son.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, man. It's crazy
Yeah, I
for real,
you.
man.
Here's the sad part about it. When I listen to this comment, right?
ignorance.
So I would like to know, does wealth, and again, to what degree is his wealth or his term of being rich? You know, I seen him with what they call the bust down rollie, you know what I'm saying? The starter kit shine and everything like that. And to me, do you not realize that none of that really matter when it comes to the color of your skin at the end of the day?
Especially if you have a bust down rollie, I know what you're on. Because
Okay.
if you really had money, your rollie would not be bust down at all. Because you understand that once you bust it down,
it's
it
worth
depreciates. And
okay.
you're not getting close to anything that you're gonna ever get for that thing, because you touched it, opened it in a way that you weren't supposed to, and you didn't have the certification to do it. Right? So there's a process to it. So unless you know certain, like, boom, I know some extremely rich people that'll never buy a Porsche Cayenne or a Bugatti or certain things like that. Because, for example, the Bugatti, right?
I was just about to say it.
Cinco.
It's crazy, man. It got like 2 or 3 radiators in there.
Yeah.
$90,000 a piece.
Yep.
Like, so you got to know what lane you're in for what they're saying. I was speaking to my cousin the other day. He's like, man, but this stuff really ain't bothering me and a few people because we got money. I'm like, okay. All right, but let's see how you're going to be moving around with that money.
You got to listen. That's the thing that surprised me with a comment like that, especially when he said poor people, they kiss poor people's ass, right? So here's the thing that I would like to understand is you must have started off with Ricky, what was his name? Ricky Schroeder from back in the days with Silver Spoon. Because as far as I know, every one of y'all that is out here with these little hustle plans on how to get rich quick, like Ralph Cramden, y'all all started from the bottom, and now you where you at. So when you make a comment like that, and it ain't got nothing to do with the Democrats or Republicans, I'm just talking to you, black man to black man, hood to hood. You sound real ignorant in the way that you're talking. Not only that, but if you see the game plan that's rolling out in front of you, yo, your little small, minute things that make you happy, what you think is considered rich, is throwaways. So if you think that's gonna stop the game plan or anything from still going through, or you think they're gonna separate you by saying, okay, nah, he rich, put him over here.
They gotta dig deeper to find out how you get right.
My man, you have no clue on what's going on at the end of the day.
I mean, I can tell you what he used to do.
Let me, before we get to that. So now on my travels, right? And I've been from West Coast to Detroit. And span all the way through. What up, though? You know what I'm saying? And in the climate that I'm seeing, and that's from young and old, is and I must say this. I must say this. The difference that I see is that there's a sense of I kind of don't want to say, but I have to say, there's a sense of pride, right? That they're so gung-ho, right? Like, yeah, they don't really have an definitive blueprint or a game plan from this individual or anyone for that matter, right? But it's just the mere fact that the cojones that he holds, right, is all they need to see. Like, yo, even with the situation that happened the other day, for you to come back and like, that's never been seen before. So it's like, for them now, it's like, yo, yeah, yo, this is what I've been waiting on. Because for some individuals that felt that they didn't have that voice, he's the voice. Whether the voice is going to drive the bus off the ledge or not, it don't matter. You know, at the end of the day, it don't matter. So long as I have someone representing for me that could say what I want to say when I couldn't say it, and when I come out my house and I look next door and I see people that don't look like me and I don't like it and I want it back the way how it was, and I think he could take it where it used to be. And this is the sad part about it, is that we don't know what direction it may go.
But listen, man.
Yeah,
You see,
okay.
Go ahead.
You hear all that, make it great again and back to, remember 9/11 when 9/11 happened?
Yeah.
Remember how many things changed?
Mm-hmm.
And after those things changed, everybody was saying, we can't wait till these things go back to normal. None of those things have gone back to normal. No. All of transportation is different. All of airports are different. Banking is changed in a certain way. Air way of learning how to fly and everything. All those things were changed because of 9/11. Not one of them went back. Not one of them went back to where it was. And when they talk about great again for who? Like, if they're 70 years old, for example, they're saying great again. So when they were in their 20s, right? In their 20s, you see what time that is, right? That's straight, racist, divide. We can't see you black people. There's no going back to where it was again, because what are you going to do? Kill off all the minorities or make all the black jobs they want them to be migrant jobs, or it's absolutely crazy.
It can,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. Also, if you should talk to any of them about any reform, any policy that he says will benefit them, none of them can tell you
what exactly
they're seeking from, what reform is better for them, what they're seeking. Nothing. They just love how he talks.
Yeah.
How can you be a celebrity and say, I just love how he talks?
But that's the point I'm making.
He's real.
That's the point I'm making. Else. This is not the typical political platform. This is not the typical politician. Yeah. This is not the baby kissing, tell you what you want to hear situation. Right now, you're dealing with a narcissist that you gave him the ultimate power. It's like Nas said, you gave me power. You know what I'm saying? It's like that thing that you hold every day in your hand in the hood. That's power right there. So it's at the end of the day, it's like you gave him the ultimate power, Now he's running with it, and that's the thing with it. The people out here, look, in rural America, okay, rural America, get an understanding that if in case you want to go to Mar-a-Lago and go chop it up with him and tell him what your problems are, and if you can give me some stimulus and help me with this, it'll never happen. So don't get it twisted in thinking that people in rural America, white America, black America, anywhere, when it comes to the financial lines, the rich, the middle class, the poor, middle class is damn near obsolete in the few. Okay, so if you're not falling on top, you're falling on bottom. And don't think that just because you're white at the end of the day also, and you think that this individual or anybody for that matter is going to still represent you, it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, the world that we live in, they tell you money makes the world go round. That's just how it is. So there's no sugarcoating this situation. That's why you find that some individuals, some Caucasians in some neighborhoods, you will get the same treatment like we do.
Yeah.
Some that hang out with us, talk like us, look like, walk like, run with us, and have our demeanors, you'll get some ill treatments. You'll understand how it works. That's why some dudes that I grew up with that are white that really roll with us and understand, they understand.
Yeah.
And some others that live in other areas and stuff, they will never understand. But that's the sad part about it, that for us and our people at this point, yo, when are you gonna really wake up? And that goes for, again, I want to make it clear, that goes for Democrat and Republicans.
Yeah.
This is not something where I'm telling someone to side with one and no. Understand this is all across the board. Yeah. Because don't think that some Democrats are not using us in the same manner. It happens. It happens.
We're not sitting here saying,
but
this side is, on that side.
The bad part about it is the rhetoric that's been spilling out, and it's turning into a hate monger situation. That's the sad part about it, and the part about it that has to have you start to wisen up on what the future may hold.
Yo, you say rhetoric, man. Just straight up say what it is. It's lies. No rhetoric. Like,
lies.
It's lies. There's nothing that you go on, and I would say, like you were saying, they can't say anything other than, I haven't heard anything other than, oh, my taxes are going to be better. But you can't tell me what he did that was successful or anything. Last night, this dude said, and we almost finished with the wall in Mexico. Listen, not even a quarter of the wall was even built under him.
Yo.
You hear me? Like inflation was the worst under Biden. No, it hasn't been the worst under Biden since 1920. What else? He left the economy in a great situation. No, you left the economy at a 7% deficit and under performed, and everything was cheaper in the year before he left because what? We were all home. We were all home. So how could you expect gas to be up? Well, how do you expect food to be up? Like, we were all home. So now you can't count those things and act like it's really what it is. Crime is down 16.9% from when Trump left office right now. Right now.
It may go up. But here's the thing now. Unfortunately, the lie is better than the truth. and it spills out so much better than the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, but the problem with the Democrats is that you are not educating anyone on anything that you've done. So right now, if this is all we're seeing, and we're like, damn, son, like for real, yo, the taxes, dog. You know what I'm saying?
They're easily distracted.
So at the end of the day,
you can't say that though, because they're not educating them either.
I know, but what I'm saying is, But I know, but all you have to listen, it's like, all right, it's pimpology at the end of the day, right? It's no different. You find the weak ones that left home, ran away, anything like that. You can see it a mile away. Hey, you spit the game in their ear. What they want to hear? They want to hear daddy love. They want to hear come in, yo, I'm gonna take care of you. This we family, blah 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 blah. Right? So you spit everything that they want to hear until the day they ain't bring the money, and then they get the pimp slap. Okay? Then they wake up. They're like, oh snap, right? Isn't that how we've always listen? Either you've seen it in the neighborhood from way back in the days, or you've seen it on the TV from the black exploitation films, right? That's how it always ended. Everything was good one day. It was all good just a week ago, right? And then what? Where the money at? I ain't got it. Right? Oh, snap. Now it's a wake-up call. It's no different. But at the end of the day, the difference is right now, they are telling these people what they want to hear. I ain't got to give you the blueprint. Just tell you what you want to hear. That's it. But the problem with it, again, I am more concerned with what's going on in my neighborhood. And the problem with it is when you talk to the average person out here, they're not concerned. Most of them don't even want to hear nothing about it.
You know, many people don't know what's going on with
most of them.
They don't know.
Don't even want to have the conversation of what may come. Most of them don't know anything about the Project 2025. A lot of them don't even care.
Project
Some are so.
Oh, that's good for me.
Yeah, but Miss Bailey, what she's saying there, that is a part of what is it, Project 2025.
Right, but
that's also a product of it.
But we
when they set it
for the lesser of two. That's what I said last week.
When they said it, they're
the Vaseline or no Vaseline.
They're gonna have it a way where you don't have to be qualified. You can be a friend of a friend to be placed.
Well, I mean, look, take a look at this now. Let's break it down to a science. 34 federal conviction, right? Mm-hmm. You still have 2 other states that's still pending, right? And no handcuffs, no time, no nothing. Still do whatever you want to do. Sell sneakers, the whole 9 yards, T-shirts, whatever. And change the rules anytime you want. Reverse as much things as you want. Shield anything. Anyone that was a part of any coup or anything like that, you can go break them out. Yeah. Right? And you think this is going to be a real deal Holyfield for everyone down the line, right? You think so?
But not only him.
And for that same rich guy, I don't mean to cut you, for the same rich guy with the bust down, get stopped in the wrong neighborhood when that police officer is shielded, fully shielded, right? And he asks you, what you doing in this neighborhood? Did you steal that bust down? And you tell him, talk about, yo, I live around here. I got an Airbnb over here. You see what kind of car I'm driving? And he don't care what you driving, right? And then it gets real. You realize that the financial scale don't matter, okay?
At all.
When they see him brown, black, it don't matter at the end of the day, because now listen, if it's happening with no shield, no Superman capes, no Captain America shields and all these different superhero stuff going on around you, what you think is going to be when they got the Wolverine package?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really think they're going to hold back? You out your mind. Really out your mind. You better wake up.
Yeah, I was just saying, Trump was just leading in conviction.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of his team, cabinet, they all have one conviction.
But that goes to tell you, they're setting up.
He's just leading.
They're setting everything up to move the goalpost wherever. So you kick it this way, they say, nope, put over here.
Yeah.
You kick it that way, they go, no. So long as we do it so you don't win, okay, that's all that matters. We're going to set everything up. Listen, that Roe versus Wade situation, you know what that is? Ultimately, population. You understand what I'm saying? Population. I need to catch up. And this is the only way I'm going to catch up. You understand what I'm saying? Because contrary to popular demand, they thinking it happens heavy in our hood. That's just like welfare and different things like that.
Yeah.
Because the media been putting it down, and you seeing all these shows like the old shows, no disrespect or anything, but like Good Times and stuff like that, where you thinking that these families is living in the projects and they just collecting checks and nobody's working, and we just here just having a good old time collecting from the government. Yeah. Contrary to popular demand, it's really the opposite.
But I saw in the comments too about the lesser two evils. Listen, man, I don't even really stop it with that, because if it was less two evils, then one really wouldn't be hurting more than the other, and you wouldn't be losing so much from the other. Like Democrats, you ain't losing all your rights and benefits and stuff like that. Like understanding these people are trying to run out the money in Social Security also.
Yeah.
Right. Out of the plan, 2025 plan, they're going to abolish board of education. They're going to restructure the FBI, or they want to get rid of the FBI, the FDA, like these things are like really seem like it's crazy. Like, but if you see what they did in reversing a law that was there for over 50 years, right? So that means that they could reverse any law.
Anything.
They would go back and change the Second Amendment,
anything.
And that's been able to do that forever. All you just needed to have was the certain amount of numbers to push it through. But you can see that they didn't either have the agenda to bring it forward. When they had, like, when Obama just got into office, he had full majority on both. So they put in whatever, man, they could vote it through, everything would go through, right? Oh no, but we're going to work together. Same thing when Biden got into. Remember, he was, let's work together. So you had the majority on both, on the Democrat side, for example. They were trying to push things through, but it was being stopped. Like, so you got pushbacks for political reasons, and there's a lot of political gains and reasons and games going on that a lot of people don't either pay attention to, don't know, don't care to know, and what they see on little cut-ups of funny little things of making jokes, or not having a guy be so great at a debate and all that stuff, and you say, oh well, I don't want to deal with it. And once again, if the Democrats as a whole were at least as loyal as these Trumpites are, Biden wouldn't be in any problem right now, because they go by the same saying that our parents used to go by. Man, anything that happens in this house, y'all keep it in this house. We'll argue about it here in this house. But when we leave this house, we are all saying the same thing, and that's it. The thing is, Republicans lead by legislation, while Democrats lead by feelings. And trying to cater to too many people's feelings in a Democratic base is a big problem. Because when one is really upset, then the other, just like the Republicans only had two sides. You had a side that wasn't too happy, and then you had a side that was against the Speaker of the House, the last one. So they had two little factions, but there's a whole bunch on the other side. So it's not as easy as it is, but you also find with the media too, man, because the media didn't get on none of the lies that Trump was saying, and none of that. Still haven't talked about the convictions that you just talked about. Come on, man. Just imagine if Obama had one conviction.
Trying to remember when it was just about the not that. When they were saying if he's really a U.S. citizen.
Oh yeah. You
know what I'm saying, so just try to remember that alone. Okay, so But that's listen. If you just rewind the bean footage and start seeing all the different things, right? Then at the end of the day, you will understand what you have in front of you. And if you're not scared, something's wrong with you. If you
Yo,
don't see all these
nobody
things,
understand what the beam footage mean, man. You
oh,
think
my
that these
bad.
kids
My bad, son. Son, you know what I'm saying? Word up, son.
the beam footage? What?
They're not looking, they're not listening, they know nothing about it.
Yo,
Everybody just wants to be entertained, Q. Everybody
that's the
just wants to
problem.
be entertained.
Yeah.
Period.
That's the
Nobody want to
problem.
really go through stress. Nobody really wants to think of a situation. They'd rather somebody give them their output of what they should or shouldn't do. It's like microwave thinking. Okay, boom. Give me that. Oh, this makes me feel a little bit better. Oh, it looks like I'm losing my rights. Oh man, I see a whole bunch of them. Listen, all these rings of theft that are going on in California. There's been 7 of them, right? All 7 of them have been white women Republicans.
Yeah.
Hiring minorities,
To go
okay,
do, yep.
to go do this stuff. 7
Yeah.
rings,
Yeah.
right? All white.
One of them, what they found in her house, over $400,000 worth of goods.
Yeah.
Uh,
Remember, not too long ago was that husband and wife team.
Yeah, the 400,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, unfortunately, in our neighborhood, you know what a lot of them say? So, right? That's the problem. The educational portion of things in our neighborhood, man, has to do a lot better. That's where the breakdown comes in because, again, with programs like this that are trying to educate everyone out there, and then you'll have someone, like working on another person's head or some stupid stuff like this. Yo, they got a million hits. You know what I'm saying? This is what they want. They want to dumb down. This is no different than the record labels or the entertainment industry or anything of that. When you come in there and you understand the breakdowns and stuff, they do not like you. Get this dude out of here. I want the non-educated one to come in so I could 360 him. You know what I'm saying? So
all them people, you're not gonna have tax credit for the kids. That $8,000 credit that they loving right now, boy, that's gonna be gone so quick, right?
But see, that's the thing. Everyone thinks when you hear Trump, you hear wealth, you hear success, you hear realty, you hear all these different Taj Mahals and the da 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 da, and they think, yo, he could do the same for me. It's like
you got people out here talking about stimulus check. He's gonna give us stimulus checks and all these things people talking about.
You say yourself $100 and
people talking about that until
stimulus check. Man, you know that for the voting for the PPP funds and the stimulus checks, you know who was fighting against it, who voted against it? Every Republican person. President Donald Trump was against the whole thing. It wasn't until it got passed through and checks started to go out, the man said, put a halt on those so I can put my name on the checks.
Yeah, I remember.
And when they said, oh no, you can't do that, he said, okay, I'm going to put a letter in. So they were not for any of these things, especially the PPP money that more than half of them benefited from. Okay. And they voted against it. So it's the same thing like now. They're going to eliminate school lunch, like free school lunch.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's going to be crazy, man.
I mean, and the worst part of all these things, they affect their people more than us because you want to act like blacks are half of the population of the United States. That's a lie. Yeah. Blacks are 16.9% of the whole population. Okay? 16, y'all. Hispanics are more than that.
Yeah.
16%. So 16% can produce all of the things, all that. if it was only 16, if it was all 16% of everybody that was black, the none of those things would go underwater because 16% they could do. But when you look at 76% is them, or well, them, but white people, that's majority of them. So you have a lot of areas, it's just like, remember back in the day, the Sally Struthers little infomercial for poor people. They always had places in South America, Africa, the Caribbean, stuff like that. How many times you saw Yugoslavia, Russia, England, Sweden, Netherlands? How many times you saw them in those commercials with flies flying around them? It doesn't mean that it don't happen.
Right.
It doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. It just means that they don't show it.
Right.
So, OG, what's your suggestion for that?
Why you just put Howie back up? Howie, what up, Howie?
What you suggesting?
So every time when a new phase of social engineering comes out, people complain about it or continue to send their kids to school to be groomed into it. I think for some with that, Howie, some unfortunately, I mean, all right, we do all have a choice, but some don't have some resources, I should say, to really go against the system as far as to say homeschooling or doing their own thing in that matter. So again, this is the thing where I said you got to educate yourself on a lot of things, because if you know certain things are coming and you don't do anything, then when the flood comes and you didn't build that ark, you get washed. It's just how it works. So when they know a particular set of people and how they operate, and then when they know they're going to change certain laws and do certain things and know that we ain't got to worry about them, they twerking. The flood is coming. It just depends on who has the life vest, the ark, and know how to row a boat. You do, you survive. You don't, you drown. It's just how it is. So again, it's not saying too much that you just let your kids go in and get groomed on certain things, but when you have single mothers, you have certain things that already was structured for destruction, and we played into certain things, and the neighborhood adapted to that system. The few of us that are not in the matrix were outnumbered.
But what I'm just thinking, recap on my mind what
Howie.
Not God.
Janice, Miss Bailey. Oh.
Hey, man.
What?
See me. What you were saying about the taking out lunch out of school.
Yeah.
You can imagine a parent,
which is a Black Panther thing.
Four people.
Let's keep that clear. Hold up. It's a Black Panther thing with the school lunch.
Yeah.
Breakfast and stuff like that.
Oh, fair.
Let's start with that.
So that's
and let's try and remember. History. Let's try and remember the whole phrase itself. Let's make America great again. I don't know if everyone out there can remember who exactly said that prior to the Trump situation, but it's one of the dudes where we get snowfall and all these different things. Shout out to Freeway Ricky and different things of that nature. It was during those little times.
And remember, the Black Power symbol was what? A fist held up high, right?
Right.
Remember, that's what they did in the Olympics when they the brother in the Olympics, right? So now that sign has been taken away by the Republicans with Trump with his fight, and you see them putting up their hand signal like, come on now.
Remember now when they were doing it back then, they're troublemakers. You understand? That's why FBI and all these people started investigating. We think they're gonna be trouble. So hold on. So hold up. So back then they were trouble, and now these are cool people. I don't think these are troublemaker people.
It's okay to get arrested, to be a felon, and then put on TV to do like they had 5 people that were convicted felons on their stage.
Mm-hmm.
Five.
Yeah.
Okay. One, Peter Navarro had just got out from prison over here and was up there on the stage. Like, so understand that there are different rules that are going to be accepted for different people, right? And right now, there's nothing that we could do about it, period.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make sure that you are on your square and on what you got to do for you and your family. Put your money somewhere that it can grow instead of throwing it away and just previously doing whatever it is. Like, instead of having your kids wearing every Nike Jordan out there, get them some Nike stock, get them some Apple stock, and put it away. So the different avenues is what we need, because stay getting caught up in all the drama and everything else, then you can never do anything. You can't go ahead and write legislation when you fighting every fight, struggling with everything. You like, who? No, you need to have a team of basis, and those are things that I think are lacking on the other side. While everybody was protesting, they were like, "Oh man, this is too much." During the pandemic, they said, "Oh man, we need to come together, put these plans together, so they can't do this because our kids are looking at us and our grandmothers and our grandfathers like they're devils. They reading this stuff up while they're home, and oh my goodness, shoot, like that's real. Think about it. Like when your kids are coming home saying their grandma and grandpa have slaves, and you having that issue as a parent saying, "Man, I wish my kid was asking me about sex instead of this question here because slavery." And if you're from Florida and you live in Stanford, for example, and your kid is asking you that, like, come on. So them covering all those things, taking those things out of the books, hiding that stuff so their people can't see it or feel bad, like they say, feel bad about their history, but they want to sit there and have a Confederate flag up. Listen, man, people were chasing after a Confederate flag, right? That was only 5 years of that time of war, and they lost, and they still carrying around the flag, right? So
someone said to me the other day, "Yo, they can't bring slavery back or anything like that." I said, "Listen, don't get it twisted. There's different forms of slavery.
Yeah.
It could be mental. It could be many things, homie. It could be financial. It could be different things. So you may not think you're thinking so movies,
What about Marley?
okay? You're thinking movies,
Mental slavery.
yeah, but that's the thing where people don't understand that. Listen,
Emancipate
he who
yourself.
controls it, he who controls it, that's all that matters, homie. That's it. So if you don't have no control over certain things, you are just gonna be in the mix. Get an
listen, man.
understanding of that.
One thing that I could say, right, in slavery, right, what they had for that they actually did give the slaves, right, was housing, water, electricity when they finally had it, if they had it, right? So difference now is you just go to a certain type of slavery type of situation where you have to pay for your own room and board, right? Like migrant workers. Migrant workers have to pay for their own room and board, and which is like 20 people in a 1-bedroom home, for example. Right? And they're getting paid little scrap money to do the work. It's still going on, bro. It's still going on, but just at different levels. And now there's a compensation for that, right? Once they're telling people, hey, everybody go be an entrepreneur and go do this and blah blah blah. But yet every single one of them that are saying that still sending their kids to college to get advanced degrees, right? For what? So that they don't even have to stay at a certain level.
Yeah, trust me. But trust me, MP, when you said Zen, I have a lot of friends in the system, the welfare system, and they don't They don't want to talk about nothing like this. They got their comfort. The house is there. They're picking up that check,
Mm.
and that's their comfort zone. Nothing else to worry about. And that's
Yeah, but
if they're not threatened with that, they don't even want to hear about no news, nothing.
Yeah, but
Because they're not threatened about that. They're good. They're in comfort zone.
they got a promise.
The check is coming, and the housing, the Section 8, they're good.
They got a promise.
They need to go read this Project 2025 and
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Learn not only that, just learn about the vice president, right? Understand that the guy that he chose has been his whole fight since he got into politics has been saying how bad and terrible Trump was. This man has called Trump an American Hitler over 90 times, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
And he's on this thing about saying, oh, about the southern border and how it's killing people. Do you guys know that his mother for 10 years was stealing her patients opioids and selling them and taking them, right? And certain people passed away, died from that. So meanwhile, in your family, you got situations for the things that you said that you're fighting, which aren't really doing things that you're saying that those things are doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but see, again, I think strategically, and if you have to think, you got to know how to narco things.
They said it's
okay.
His son, Charles.
So what the thing? Listen,
it was his son, Charles.
It's a control factor. Yeah. See, the same dude that was running his mouth, talking all this about me. You shocked right now that I picked you. You know what you owe me one. You understand what I'm saying? You know how that works?
Yeah.
Anybody know how the street works? You understand how the psychological science of that particular situation went down. You was talking all this, dog. Don't worry about it. You owe me. But you know how that go? Yo, anything I say right now, say hi. That's it. Because I just gave you the alley-oop for your political anything down the line in the future. So if I say do it, do it. You don't ask me no questions in between. That's what he wants. People who you can control. This is the game. This is a psychological game. Because now that dude right now, trust. In the near future, you were saying, I was saying that he was Hitler, but I've been hanging with him and it's a little different now, he's
he's like he's a Mussolini.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so
exactly what he said.
and that's how it's gonna work because can't bite the hand that feed me. 48 powers. I'm not gonna outshine the master. Psychological warfare.
They say he's a changed man. Recently,
I heard.
What? He's a changed man.
I heard. But narcos don't change. But go ahead.
Check this out, man. I also think the reason why they picked Vance was because that fit more with the branding than any other name.
Mm-hmm.
Because any other name you put under Trump, out of the ones that he had to pick, wouldn't really flow the same way, look the same way. Like,
right.
Like, come on, man. They talk about all this stuff about minorities getting to positions because they're not qualified enough. This man has no qualifications to be a vice president at all. He is a 38 years old man that just got into politics, realistically, but he wrote a book that was famous. And that's it. He's never written any legislation, never did any votes on anything serious at all. Like, so he went to Yale Law School. That's it. But average student.
Is that not what we're seeing in the workplace as well?
That's what it is all the time. But the problem is right now. The problem is right now we don't have affirmative action to be able to make sure that those people that have all the higher credentials can even be seen now. Because right now they don't even need to see them. They can just go by seeing a name and hire that way and have no repercussion.
Ask Q right now to go to his same people that he talking about right now. Ask about affirmative action. Ask him about anything of Reaganomics. Ask him of anything about Make America Great Again, where it came from, all these different things. You know what they gonna say? What? I don't know nothing about that. I don't care about none of that. Yeah. Who cares? Right. Until you know what happened? They go to the mailbox. And the mailbox is empty. Okay. Yeah. Oh Lord. Oh, the world's coming to an end. Oh my God, my check did not come in. You understand what I'm saying? Now, wake up. You heard? This is what it is. Yo, my check didn't come in. What the hell going on out here, man? Yo, this place coming to a shithole, man. Blah, 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 blah. Right.
So
that's the only time they gonna care.
I know presidents normally take the first vote. Is Trump gonna vote if he wins? Felony.
Listen. If look, however, you know what I'm saying, word up, son. However he do it, okay, they just gonna rewrite something to make it happen. So however it go down, you know what I mean? You see what the governor did, right? Take notes.
What the judge,
take notes.
What the judge down there in Florida clear him up. Everything in Key Largo, the top secret
This the main thing what you're trying to explain to people. It's not a fact of trying to weigh people to the left or to the right of nothing. It's just saying, look, all I'm explaining everyone out there to do, and that goes for both sides. Like really, you have to hear out one, the game plan. Two, get an idea of who you have in front of you and what to expect when you have a certain personality with a certain individual, right? If you have an abusive individual, are you going to set that individual up with your niece or with your nephew?
No.
You understand what I'm saying? If you already know, like, yo, he was dating the dude or the chick across the street and she or he did this, it doesn't make sense. You have a history, so you kind of understand what is to come. You understand? And with the narcissistic behavior, listen, they do not change. But they say MAGA. You see that one there, MAGA
Coke.
Forgotten what JD Vance.
Yo, man, these people out here.
Tangerine God.
These people out here got things on their ears, bruh. They got little cloth things on their ears, walking around with stuff on their ears. So we know that this ain't no regular nothing, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's not. And on the financial scale with things, listen, please do not get it twisted. One thing I did learn in traveling is that, and I pointed this out to some of my brothers while we're traveling through rural areas, right? And the unfortunate part of it, none of them saw the bigger picture. Like when we were driving through certain rural areas and you look and it's white America and there's old Chevy trucks on jack stands and all this other stuff, right? Overgrown grass, overgrown trees, all these things, right?
Yeah.
And you're driving in and I say to everyone, what you see right there? This is a messed up house. Brother, stop looking at the superficial stuff. What do you see overall? Is what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't see nothing. What do you say? I said, dog, look in the back of the house is what I'm talking to you. If you don't see that big barn with the heavy machinery and the acres that they got behind this small house that's up front with the Chevy trucks on the bricks and all that stuff, you ain't looking at all that. Look at, understand what they have underneath them. So while you're chasing the bust down rollies and all this other stuff, with all that stuff, you can't do nothing with that. One thing will still be here, that land, homie. Okay? So that's the one thing you got to get a full understanding of. And that's the difference. So you may come out in your little Mercedes and, you know, these are the things that we are so focused on. coming out with the brand new J's, and you coming out with the, you know, the $300 Trump sneakers and all these other things, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, you sporting out and you showing everybody, yeah, I'm above the Jones. You're hood rich. Yo, you broke. Trust me. Mentally and everything else in between. Because all that stuff don't matter at the end of the day, homie. Why am I going to wear an $80,000 chain somebody could take off? Easy. You nuts?
Man.
When I could put that into something where you going to rob. Yo, if you trying to rob the land, it's going to be a lot of different things, paperwork you got to go through for certain things. So if you have certain things in place, that's secured. But a chain where somebody could just take off your neck or take that rollie off your hands, yo, you can have that. I'm good. These are the things we're trying to explain to people, that you have to start waking up and understand what's in front of you. All the brothers and sisters that fought for all the things that we have the right to be able to do right now are turning over and saying, damn, look at Brother Malcolm. You understand? Look at all those that came before us. All of those that fought for all these different things. And now you're saying, this is what they doing with it? I could have been with my kids. I could have been doing things. I could have lived till whenever. And this is what they doing with it? Like, yo, you got to wake up at the end of the day. You really got to wake up. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, unfortunately, this was so deep, we didn't get a chance to touch on the other things. So, next week. Yeah, next week. Because, next week, we'll touch on the other things that we were supposed to touch on. This was too deep right now. I couldn't
know what we're gonna touch on next week.
Yeah. I had to keep it moving because this one here, we had to get this out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is the time now, so you know it's great.
Yeah, like you said, personal property.
Yeah.
Get personal out and property. Register to vote. Register to vote also. And you know what it is? And I hate when people say, "Man, I ain't gonna vote. It don't make no difference."
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, I got friends like that.
Stop it. Listen. It's going to make more of a difference now because everybody's not locked down in the house doing their mail-in vote. Because understand, the last vote was the mail-in vote. Everybody was at home.
Right.
So this time it's actually people having to go out and actually have a little bit more effort. And understand, if you were in Florida, your everybody's registration was kicked back. Mm-hmm. So you have to go and re-register again, because you will not automatically be re-registered with the new laws that they had in place.
Trust me, listen, it's so much thing. Listen,
re-register.
Listen, and this is for a future. This is, when you put it out in the air, I'm just putting it out in the air. And if I had that visual board, I put it on the visual board.
The visual board like that saved Trump's life?
Yeah, because listen, ultimately, I think for everyone, for blacks at least, okay, and anyone brown, you're invited. But eventually, at a certain point, I think the only way you will teach a lesson to this climate that we're in is eventually we say, you know what? Give me everything. And I'll take all my riches. I'll take everything that I have. Give me all my money out the bank. Here's the house. Give me the value for it. Cars, you have it. We go back to the motherland. You understand what I'm saying? And we invest in the motherland, and we go there and we go do what we got to do over there, because the things that are over there right now, but the problem, there's different things over there that we got to settle up also.
Nah, son, that's belly, son. That's belly, son. Nah, son, that's a movie, son. That can't happen, son.
They got AC at the motherland.
Yo, listen, trust me, they got it.
They're not gonna.
They got it.
For that. They got they got microwaves.
They got it. Trust me.
They don't got no AC over there. like Nori said. Oh, they don't got a W. I ain't going over there.
They got AC, homie.
Do the sun. They got no AC.
They got AC, son.
Word up, son. No microwave.
They got that, son. Trust me. Because, I think that's the only thing that we have left now to just say, okay, you can have it. Give me back all the money, all the taxes I paid and everything, and we good.
They got about
you understand?
They got about that good internet.
And before we go, I'm just going to tell everyone, there was a documentary.
Got the bully beef.
There was a documentary out, and I wish I could remember the name of it, right? But real quick, I remember they went to Middle America. Let's just say like Nebraska, let's say, right? And there was a particular town where there were a concentrated area with Mexicans, and these people in that neighborhood, in that area, that sat on the city council and different things, they just did not like the fact that these Mexicans were in their neighborhood, even though they were in a little trailer home area. They worked in the local, it was a watermelon farm, right? And they just wanted to do something. So they created all these little city ordinance and different things of that nature to drive them out. And if anyone does their history, this is the same thing that happened with hashish with the Asians as well. Okay, that's why now when you have this thing called this marijuana rhetoric, where they telling you it does all these things, that's where that history came from. But that's another story. But in this particular town, they created all these different ordinances and everything, and they ended up driving out the Mexicans. Right? Mexicans said, "All right, I'm not bothering with all this. You just harassing us, and we're gone." They're going to another state and doing something. You know what happened now? All the locals, see, they didn't think it out, because just the racist portion of their minds,
ignorance,
thought it jumped before thinking this whole thing out, right? So now in that neighborhood now, all the watermelon farms and all these things have no workers, right? So now they decided, you know what? We'll go to the local prison and we'll go get some inmates and we'll have them do it. Okay. The TV camera followed the inmates, right? And they going, so the guy that owns the farm, his wife so happened to be Mexican. And he's saying, I just never did like this stupid thing. They were racist. I didn't want this. And this is what the end results is now. Now I don't have anyone to work on the farm and everything else. These guys are not going to do it. Nah, we'll get it done. Cheap labor. Boom. They bring them all out there. One guy's supposed to part the soil. Another guy drops the seed in it. Another guy behind him pours some water over it. And they keep moving in that progress, right? You know what's going on? These dudes is throwing the seeds anywhere. This dude's just kicking the dirt this way. Another dude is pouring the water. So he don't care. None of them. They're like, yo, I don't even want to be out here. Whatever. The guy comes, he's looking at the trail, and he's like, yo, none of this is going to do anything. You just wasted all my seeds. Now I'm good with the inmate situation. So now he goes privately to go hire some people. He hired a white guy. White guy comes in. White guy's like, yo, how much you paying? The dude told him how much. Hell no, I ain't working out here for that damn money, man. You crazy, man? Right. Gone. Black guy comes. Black guy goes, yo, that's kind of, I do need a job, but you know what? I'll do it. White guy stayed for about 2 days. I mean, black guy stayed for 2 days. Black guy's like, nah, yeah, I can't do that, man. This America, homie. You're going to have to do better than that. Right? Okay. The white guy now goes to another farm in another area where majority of those Mexicans move to another area and they're working. He works with them, the commentator for the news station. And he asked, short Mexican, I was watching it. There was a Mexican guy with his wife and they're throwing, mind you, the man is throwing it to his wife. She catching it. She throwing it to another guy. That guy throw it to another guy and they put it on the truck, right? Mm-hmm. Short. And the news reporter said, hey, throw one of those at me. Let me see how it feels. They threw it at him. Homie fell on the floor. Chest caved in. Going to the hospital now. He's like, yo, how the hell do you guys pick up all of this? And how do you're so short. You're so frail in this. They're like, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. We're trying to survive. My wife does it. We're out here in the hot sun all day. And all we ask is that people just respect us for all the hard work we're doing and the wages that we're getting. You understand that? America itself don't want to do it. But then now you don't want people that are coming in that are doing it. And you're getting it on your you're getting it on your dinner table. You're not worrying about where it's coming from and who's really doing it. You understand? Until it's time for you to do it. So that's why I'm saying right now, think hard. You want it back? Here it is.
Yeah.
But hold up. You're going to give me back everything I gave you for all these decades. You give me that back, you can have it. That means everything. Get that straight. That means the labor portion of everything also and everything in between. You can have it. I go back to where the origin started. Watch how fast you'll see America sink off. Any atlas, any map, anything. Where did it go? It sunk. Titanic. You want it back? Here it is. And you keep talking this about you ain't from here. Where your ancestors from? When you answer that, then you'll understand we're all from the same places, not from here. So this is not yours to tell me and me to tell you either. The Native Americans should be controlling this factor right now. But you see what's going on with that also. That's all I got to say. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. AP, as always, man, thank you for educating us.
Bailey.
Thank you for everyone else that chimed in. Yashika Bailey, my man Soul Chill,
Yashika. Shout out to Yashika. Shout out to Yashika.
Yeah, family right there. Yeah. Janice, everyone else out there, man. Yo, Howie, thank you for chiming in also, Howie.
Yeah, but AP, maybe you can start throwing it. Oh, you know, if you're not registered and where, you know, to go.
You know what we should do, AP?
To fix that register.
Let's try to get up with some of the locals and see if we can actually do something. We come out live.
Papa Keith has a thing that's going on that you could connect with that, but you could check online. It's real easy. Just go to, if you're in Broward, just go to your Broward registry, and you could just check, put your name in, or the area where to find out to say if you are registered or not, and that's it.
All right, we'll try to do that. I'll try to get up with Keith.
Just to get that done early, you know.
Keith profile
you have, I believe it is 3 weeks till the deadline to register to vote.
Register, okay.
3
Start
weeks.
Early.
If you're a new registrant, 3 weeks is your time to register, and you won't be able to vote in anything because the primary is in August. So
they would have to rush with it now.
Yeah, it's not even a rush. You do it online, or you could request something that comes to your house and you can mail it in, or you can go in and do it.
Okay. I know a couple of people. I'm gonna make some phone calls on something and figure something out. So if you guys need anything on your end also, I'm gonna reach out to Papa Keith also and see what he's talking about.
No, he has an initiative actually also, a voting initiative that they educate and everything. But I was registered before and everything. I did my ballot at home and everything, and I got sent a whole new packet, and I was ignoring it, not really thinking about anything. And then I started reading up on what they voted on, and when they were gerrymandering, trying to change the lines, or which they ended up doing, but also finding out what they were doing to combat the amount of mail-in ballots that they had during the last election, which was to knock selected people or unselected people off the rolls to make them re-register, all to say that was a way to combat forgery and thievery and all that stuff. But once again, the only ones that were caught doing anything wrong in any election in the past 2 elections have been Republicans. Convicted.
Poor Slim Thug. Not Slim Thug, my bad. It's Young Thug. Boy, Young Thug, boy. Yeah. He should just run for office. He'd be off for that trial. Boom. Done. Run for governor out there or mayor out there, boy. But that's a simple that's how you do it nowadays.
Give Trump a shout out and he'll be good.
I don't know. Because remember now, Trump don't like the prosecutor out there too. So son, you know what I'm saying? Word ups. So that's how it's gonna be. But listen, I want to thank everyone for joining us today, man. And listen, please do go out, register to vote. Please vote. again, we'll put up some information. I'll try to reach out to a couple of people and see if we can get them on here to try to discuss registering and different things of that nature. Once again, you can find us on all the platforms. Hit the notification bell, subscribe, please. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And there's a couple of things coming up in the near future. So once this start rolling closer, I will announce as well. So AP, once again, thank you very much for always educating us on the political half of things. Black Republican, I heard, is out on the Cheeto Trail. No.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Yo, I passed by his house. I saw the Amazon box. It had the Trump sneakers. He ready to roll. You know what I'm saying?
Say it ain't so.
The sneakers, man, they got the ham, and I heard the fist pumps too.
Oh man.
You know, remember the pumps back in the day? You should press the tongue. Press the tongue on this one. He pumps his hands.
Oh man. Don't say it too loud. They might do that, man.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Ideas.
They might do it. These little kids, they'll buy it. I'm telling you, man. I ain't never seen nothing that's so stupid. They're gonna start selling patches to go on people's ears. I'm telling you.
They doing that now.
I said it to
you.
Yeah.
Oh, done deal, AP.
It's a done deal. They got patches.
Done deal.
They got ear patches.
I know they got patches, but they're not selling them though, are they?
Who knows? But I seen a bunch of people who have it.
Yeah, they have it. But listen, when Trump is selling it,
was at the rally.
The rally.
Remember Trump said steak, pies.
See, that's another thing people have to really take note to, man. Like, yo, you have a situation like this happen and you turn it into a whole nother thing. Like, this is unheard of, I've ever seen before in my lifetime. But
they call it real.
Yeah, one of the, if you saw last night when he said, "Oh yes," and the firehouse, I want to thank the firehouse for sending us the jacket and everything. That was a lie because the name was spelled wrong on the jacket. Yeah. There was supposed to be a between the R and the T. All right. They lied about the jacket that they received that he kissed. Bruh. So if these people would do that for that, imagine what they'll do, man. Like, boy, you better stop with that. Oh, lesser two evils, and understand is less. It's just evil. Like that's really what it is. Who cares about what? Forget your feelings right now. Forget your feelings right now. Think about your grandson and grandchild's feelings and the elderly in your family's feelings, because those are the rights that'll be gone.
I will remind everyone, you do your history, you go look up this name. All right. Edward Burns. Look up that name. See the political climate during that time and what was done. And you'll understand where we are again. Repeated factors. So on that note, thank you very much to everyone. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay educated. And please go out and vote.
What's up, son? I'll take care of that for your son. I'll go
out in the world and be somebody.